Yeah, let's do it, man. We rolling.
We hot.
It's on and popping. Unscripted, RX, P Funk, Nard, Spawn, Keys. Oh, we got Tan Management in the building. Yo, listen, we got to shout out Tan Management in the building now because in the contract, right? I was reminded in the contract that we had to, make sure we put that in. So Tan Management, shout out Larry, man. Shout out, man.
Shout out,
man.
my bro. Shout out.
What's good, everybody?
I still got to tell you my story, man. I got to tell you.
Yo, you didn't want to tell the last episode
because I wanted to clear it with the brother.
All right. Is he involved with it? Like,
no, he's not. Has nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with it.
Oh, all right.
I just wanted, you know what I mean.
I thought you. So, are you dry snitching? Like,
it's not even dry snitching. It wouldn't even be dry snitching.
We can get to it. Make sure y'all, subscribe. UnScriptedRx.com. That's it, right, Nard?
Yeah, you just go UnScriptedRx.
There you go. Right below. Should see the little bell and everything.
Go to YouTube.com
right
and
there.
subscribe to UnScriptedRx.
There you go. All right. Let's get started. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. I mean, we have to. No, I'm serious. We have to. We're going to
open hand.
Yeah.
Open hand. That was disrespect, though. Like,
all right. Well, for everybody that.
What happened?
I'm just saying. I'm going to explain it to the people. So if you again have been living in a cave, if you do not have internet, television, or cut off from society, it was the Oscars, correct?
Yeah, probably.
It was
one of them.
It was one of
it was the Oscars.
It was the Oscars, and Chris Rock, Will Smith had a interaction where
there was
it's like entanglement. It's like the word entanglement.
Interaction.
They had an interaction, and it caused a stir in the in the world.
Heard around the world.
Yeah, the slap heard around the world. So we're gonna address it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get some opinions.
It was funny.
What? Here's the fucked up part about that, right?
The stroll off was funny for me.
So I'm gonna tell y'all the selfish part about that.
That's some cool ass shit to smack a motherfucker.
First of all,
pop his collar and stroll.
All right, so first of all, I want to say, right, that was some gangster shit. And I know a lot of people is not gonna agree with that. Right? Look, I'm hearing it.
That was my first thought. My first thought was that.
Because I want y'all to
selfish thought. That was my first thought.
It's a selfish thought. Right. Because you gotta think of it. For all the men out there that are looking. They're looking at us right now. And listening to us. Think about that. That man got up, right? Walked up there so calm. First of all, he fixed his suit. He fixed his joint. He walked up there, make sure I look right for the camera for this moment.
Hold on. Can I just add it to your story before we set it?
Sure,
Let's set the scene. Set the scene. We are at the Oscars.
Yeah.
Prominent.
The most prestigious award.
One of the most prestigious.
Well, in film, it's the most prestigious award.
It's the highest level.
It's the highest level of film. This shit. In terms of entertainment, you know what I'm saying? And the event ultimately was kind of a Philly event, if you really think about it.
It definitely was.
At the end of the day, from everything from the musicians,
all
of those guys were from Philly. You know what I'm saying? To the fact that the nominees, you know what I'm saying? Questlove is nominated for.
Shout out Quest.
We
need a bell for that. Do we have a bell?
We need the shout out button. Shout out button.
There it is.
Shout out to Questlove. His moment, and this happened in his moment. You know what I'm saying?
We didn't even know about it until later, though.
Because it
was overshadowed.
Right,
but slap was loud.
Yeah. Right, and then and his own moment, which was probably
for the documentary.
I'm talking about Questlove's moment for the documentary. You know what I'm saying? Summer of Soul, and for Will himself for King Richard, which was an excellent movie.
It was a Philadelphia moment,
which is a conversation all to itself. And shit, you know what I'm saying about black men and some other.
All right, so move on.
But, so you continue on from okay.
Do
you want me to? Here you go. Well, Chris Rock is on stage.
He's on stage
announcing the award for best documentary film, and he's kind of warming up to name the nominees. And as a comic would do, they're pulling from the audience and telling jokes. And he gets to Will Smith and his wife, and he says hello to Jada, and I love you, Jada, and he says a joke about her and her which he didn't know. We find out that he didn't know that she had.
He said a joke about her bald head.
He said a joke about her bald head and said, referenced a G.I. Jane.
Wasn't even really a funny joke, but
no,
it wasn't.
You know what's really funny though? This is how media works and shit, which is pretty cool. We're part of the media, guys.
Okay.
But it was funny. I was watching a news thing, and they was referenced the event, and what they did was they put up a picture of Demi Moore, G.I. Jane, right? And it's like a crop top shot, like the top up here, and all you get to see is the green of her, her army outfit or whatever. You know what I'm saying, for G.I. Jane. And they also took a picture of Jada with a low cut, and she had on a green dress and a crop top.
Okay.
And if you looked at both joints, and if you would have stuck G.I. Jane 2 under the picture, it would have looked like a shot for the film. It really would have. I'm not making a joke. Okay. I'm not saying it really would have looked.
Nobody's gonna slap you, dog. You can make the joke.
Well, I wasn't making a joke. I'm just saying what it looked like. I'm not making it.
Okay.
Nobody in the. I'm not even gonna go there. That's a whole nother.
That's a whole nother conversation.
But
go ahead.
He made the joke. If we're breaking this down frame by frame, like the Zapruder films, like you know what I'm saying, like everybody else has. Yeah. When the joke was said, everyone responded. Will laughed. She laughed. And it was,
Did she laugh?
Yes. This is the professional. Yeah. This is the professional. Yo, you're in a professional environment.
She politely chuckled. She politely chuckled.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. And that's what I'm talking about. Right. The polite chuckle. Okay. The professional ha-ha, the comic said a joke. Yep. Let me politely chuckle. Okay. At the same time, though, the next reaction was a roll of the eyes, like, this nigga.
It definitely was that.
This nigga. Here you go. You know what I'm saying? Which was the look.
So here comes the part where, again, I'm selfish. Because in this moment, I'm not going to lie, it was some gangster shit that man did. It was
gangster for a lot of reasons.
It was a gangster move that he pulled off. Because I'm not gonna lie, like you gotta think about it. Again, that man got up after his woman rolled her eyes, and gave him the look like this is not cool, right? Whatever, how y'all want to interpret it, right? Boy gets up, politely straightens his tie out,
together,
walks up there, really calm.
Chris
really
is welcoming.
Cool. Chris is laughing because, again, he's a professional. Will. Here comes Will. Hey, man, Chris doesn't know what's going on. All of a sudden,
he saw the hand.
I don't even think he really seen that.
He seen it. He just didn't
No. Wait, I'll say this. I'll say this, right? If he did, it was too late to react because by the time Will came up,
he was in shock.
Yeah, because I don't think he expected it.
Listen, I think he expected. Even if
I don't think he expected the smack. I'm sorry.
I don't think he expected the smack because even in the moment, even if he felt that he was upset and about to get, there would be some type of retaliation or whatever. Yeah. I thought that it would be a moment where and then it would turn into something funny. Like Will would say, "Hey, guy, you should be talking about my wife," and something, and punch him in the gut, something like that, and then walk off. You know what I mean? Like
I thought that too.
He probably thought it would have been one of those moments, but
it wasn't. And he smacked him, and I mean he how can I say this? He smacked the living shit out of the ball.
You know what's funny? Let me
and I say this right again, man. I give Chris Rock all the respect because again he was very professional in that moment, right?
Facts.
Very professional because I mean he ate that.
He absorbed it.
And then he smiled it. He smiled it off.
We be the facts, but facts.
Yeah. like it did. This is again the part again with Will, very gangster. After he smacked him, right? He strolled off very slowly. He fixed himself again. If y'all peeped it, right? He walked back. Didn't worry about whatever was coming after that. Didn't even worry about like, because I've heard a lot of people, yo, I'd have did this. Like, and I'm one of them. I probably would have tackled Ball. Not gonna lie. And if it would have got that far where he would have been able to turn away. But again, I give Chris Rock all the respect in the world. He was very, very professional by moving on and not retaliating. Will sat back down, then decided to say to the man, keep my fucking wife's name out of his mouth. Chris said, what?
You gotta say it right. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
So then I felt like that was another gangster moment, right? This is all a bunch of, if I had a button, it'd be like gangster, 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 right? Because I felt like this, right? Because after you smack this ball, right, you're also telling this ball, so because maybe the ringing in his ear didn't hear me when you didn't understand what I was saying. I'm going to say it again, right? And what did he say again? What was it?
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
So yeah, he said that, and then Chris Rock again.
Anytime you need me, let me just say this. Anytime you want me to say that shit, like, I will
just
go
hit the cue. Just hit the cue. I got that. So again, at that point, now after that, that's all the gangsterism I give him. My feelings are mixed. It
was. Here you go.
Go ahead.
This is a 12,000 foot view for me because you know what I'm saying. We're gonna go into this rabbit hole. I know we are.
You're going to make sure you put the comments down there because there's gonna be some belligerent fucking comments in a minute.
No,
it is.
No,
I know me. I know.
I
know. Go ahead.
All right. See, I guess because Hot Topic is cool.
It is.
I'm just not a tabloid ass nigga.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm not that dude and shit. That's not my thing. I think, that should be sissy shit. I mean, that kind of shit. But that's here nor there. But that being said and shit, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me shout out my man Steve Cunningham and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Steve Cunningham. Do we have a shout out? We need a shout out.
That's what I said. Shout out.
There you go. We'll put it there next time. Shout out. There you go.
Exactly. So, I mean, because we had ended up kind of, he's the champ, you know what I'm saying? Philadelphia boxer and shit, you know what I'm saying? The champ of Philadelphia and shit.
Okay.
We had a conversation because he was live and I saw what he was posting and I saw he went live and he was saying how it was staged. You know what I'm saying? How he felt it was staged, and even shout out to Larry and shit. We just had a conversation. He could.
Wait a minute. Larry never even said though if he felt it.
No. He just gave the scenario and he articulated it well. That was.
Let me ask you, Larry. Do you think it's staged? I'm just curious. Yes or no? He's on the fence.
I see he's on the fence.
He said he's on the fence.
This is the rabbit hole that I was like.
Let's go.
This is what I was trying to kind of.
I don't think it was staged.
Here you go. Let me just say this.
It could have been, but I don't think it was.
Not staged.
I'm not because that. I would say I'm not saying I'm on the inner circle.
I
but I know.
You.
But I know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you know what I'm saying. In conversation that I was having with Steve and shit, basically it's like, because he said something that was, that a lot of people think and shit, especially today. It's like he said, the whole world's a stage. You know that, right, man? That's my man. We talking and shit. You know what I'm saying? And people, that is popular. I think a lot of people think that every situation that they see because, I think the conspiracy theory thing is cool right now, flat earth, you know what I'm saying, fucking 9/11, all types of shit. Whatever side you fall on, vax, any type of shit you want to fall into, all that's kind of cool and shit, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But this conspiracy theory and conspiracy fact and shit, you know what I mean? Fact, the Tuskegee experiment did happen, you know what I'm saying? Conspiracy theory, the earth is flat, duh, come on, man, I stop playing with you. But that's a whole other thing. You know what I'm saying? Which muddies the water of the real and the fake and reality TV and we got all this shit. It clutters what happens. And what I'm going to say is this and shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, the world is a stage. I'll say that. The world is a stage. Okay, that's cool and shit. But sometimes real things happen on that stage.
Yeah.
some things things happen on that stage and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I felt
And
that
whether
was real.
Well,
and a lot of and it absolutely was real. It was 100% real.
I feel
know
like
that for a fact?
do I feel like that boy said to himself before he got to the awards getting dressed, yo, I'm gonna slap the shit out of Chris Rock?
Absolutely fucking
He did not plan that.
not.
He did not say this would be a good
when I see
Instagram
this boy on
moment.
site.
Yeah, no,
it wasn't none of that.
No.
But here you go. Here's another thing. That
And
I'm gonna
neither
say.
did Chris Rock.
Because
Chris Rock didn't sign up for that either. No.
So with that being said and shit, and like I said, like the other thing, like I said, I'm not in the gossip and shit like that. And and when people's business, especially in being in this business, and you know people and you're friends with people and shit, you know what I'm saying? You're not necessarily trying to expose people's inner whatevers and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool. We don't. I don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? But all that being said, I will say to people, I think that if you really want to get a good insight on what happened that night, I think you might want to go read his book, Will.
Okay.
And
but see,
I'm going to tell you why. Shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you why. The only reason I said that. The reason I'm saying that is
because you're getting a check. No, I'm only playing.
Well, no. Come on now. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not that close. No. But you would get to like in the book, he talks about himself and he exposes a lot and he touches a lot of places about him that he probably in writing the book and I'm knowing this and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He kind of dig into places that he probably didn't have to dig into since he was a child. And
I get that.
And the opening line of the book, I'm going to just tell you what the opening line of the book because I'm not giving away anything and shit. You know what I'm saying? But the opening line of the book is that he says it's like I watched my dad punch my mom in the stomach until she bled from her mouth or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And I always felt like a coward for not protecting her. So, you know what I'm saying? So, what I'm saying
pre-existing trauma.
Exactly.
No,
what I'm saying to you is anyone who knows him knows him, even if in social, man, like, you know what I mean, what you know about him in Medium, you don't know him to be some evil demon guy and shit, you know what I'm saying? And this is whether you think it's a lapse of judgment or whatever and shit, you know what I'm saying?
What I think is, I do agree with you. I think personally, I didn't read the book, but I look at it like if I'm him, right, and at this point I'm talking about roughly from beginning of his career, you know, Bull been taking the high road on everything that comes along against him. He takes the high road, and this is going back with Pac. He's been taking the high road.
He kept it clean.
So I feel like at some point you're gonna snap. I think you know, and I think even with you know, even with his personal life, it's like whatever was going on in his personal life, he kept it aside. He didn't speak about it. You know what I mean? He didn't until his family decided to put that out, and his family put him out. And I say family loosely because most of the damage really was done by, to me, and just watching was his wife. You know, that's just me. You know, from the August Alsina thing, you know, which, you know, you can go into that rabbit hole. That's a whole different rabbit hole to their business in the bedroom. Like, you know, he sleeps like, you know, when I'm with him, I feel like I'm with a woman. Like, that's not good.
Well, see,
like, that's some shit.
Well, here's the other side of that. The other side of that is Will himself, if over the last few years, fucking Will has been a fucking relationship guru. His own videos and stuff he says about relationships and stuff like that. I've seen mad people posting, oh, Will said some cool shit. Will said cool about relationship, cool shit around relationship. Cool. So it's like, it's just to kind of roll two things at the same time, you know, especially when you in that light and shit. You know what I mean? When you a celebrity and you're always in that space. You know what I'm saying? That cycle of pop is always kind of predicated not on the rise but on the fall.
Mm-hmm.
people enjoy your demise more than they enjoy your rise. He's never. You're right. Not only has he taken the high road, but he's dodged the raindrops too.
Yeah,
he's been dipping raindrops his whole kind of career.
I just feel like, again, the shit that went down is bigger now. Again, who's to say that when he gave that man that slap, because this could be the flip side of that coin.
Read his book. He was
no.
I'm telling you, read his book. He tried to run up on fucking City Blue on fucking downtown on the same type time. What I'm saying. You know what I mean? It's like what I'm saying to you is like, when it comes to that space, that's probably consistent in his character. You don't get to see that play out often. You don't get to see that play out. You see Wild Wild West. You see iRobot.
I see iRobot. I see I Am Legend.
You see all that. You don't ever really
Concussion.
get to see that play out in space.
I see Concussion. I see Hitch. That's what I see.
It's so funny to me how so many people who have kind of would be turning to the Will shit for all the relationship advice now they the gurus and shit. Now they talking about how they ain't they shit ain't shit. But I don't think you could afford their problems. Most of these motherfuckers are talking. No. I'm just saying.
So
they just live. I'm saying, like, people talk about what they would do in certain positions and shit, but you ain't got what they got to, and you don't know the decisions it takes to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird. It's a weird place for you to kind of say what you would do. It's weird to say what you would do with fucking $100 million and shit, and you ain't never seen an account.
You ain't never seen an account. You ain't do your taxes yet.
Yeah, you ain't did your taxes. You talking about what you gonna do with $100 million? Okay.
So I wanted to address some people that have actually spoken out. So this is interesting, though, right? So there's been a lot of people, and of course, everybody's giving their opinion, like we're giving our opinion, right? So, but it's been interesting. So. A couple of that I seen that really caught my eye was first one was Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey said he was on there with Gayle King, and he just had some things he had to say, and he just we're gonna play it.
At a standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse.
Wow.
And it really felt like, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, so it was more to it, but
he said he was mentally ill.
Yeah,
like Jim Carrey went in.
See, this is that pearl clutching shit. Like, I'm for class. Oh my gosh, somebody that's not the right.
So you
didn't even get hit, and you
listen. He wasn't even there. The funny part about it,
I didn't say he wasn't there. I just said he.
He wasn't there.
Yeah, but
no.
Why you fall? It's cool.
Again, it's like
we can all talk about this and be groaning and. See, I tell you one. See, the other thing that he said is that he should have got locked up, and I think that's like See, that's that white shit.
Would you say he would say that about anybody else?
Say
if it was Kevin Spacey.
I'll
say if it was Kevin Spacey.
I'll say this.
Or if it was.
I'll say this. Pressing charges on a white person is way different than pressing charges on a black man.
Yeah. No, I get that.
So I mean, and I think Chris Rock can do that.
And he chose not to.
Yeah,
he chose not to.
I think he chose not to. Man, look, man, like
I think
that's being civil. That's called being civil, yo. Regardless, I mean, speaking to Chris Rock, that's really that's some civil shit. Like, yo, like ho, especially if you know the character of the person. Like that was out of character for you, yo. I mean, and here you go. I know the fact that they spoke to each other. So
yeah.
So for all that
I don't know.
I don't know. They had a conversation.
Like in other words, like I don't have a problem with Chris Rock not pressing charges and shit like that. I'm just listening to I'm speaking. I'm not speaking to you. I'm speaking to that type of fucking rhetoric.
When I seen it, when people start saying that, I didn't think he should have pressed charges. Yeah. I'm like if you want to.
But he did assault bull.
Like ain't nobody.
He did assault bull.
He assaulted. No.
He did assault.
It was an open hand.
That's assault.
That's not assault.
That's assault, man. That's assault, man.
That's disrespect. That's not assault.
No.
If he balled his fist up, there's violence.
That's assault about legal shit. You know what I'm saying? See, here you go, and that goes. See, that's the other thing. Shit. It's like two
different cultures.
No, but for the fact
two different cultures.
you know when you approach a motherfucker and shit, you know what I'm saying? It's like, if I'm gonna punch a motherfucker, I'm going to fucking take him the fuck out. I'm trying to put him to sleep and shit. I'm trying to end this shit, you know what I'm saying? You smack a motherfucker for pure disrespect.
He was just giving him some disrespect back.
It was disrespect. That's what disrespect. It was disrespect. And I told you. Something on I told you what we doing here. It was all type of things like that.
You can't put. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You can't put any what I said to you on it because you don't know what happened before. You don't know before that.
No. I don't know what that conversation was before that. Prior to them getting to the wars, I'm just saying it could have been a multiple thing. I wasn't there,
and that's what I'm saying. The other part of it is it don't. That's what happened before that. That triggered that moment, because obviously it was triggered and shit, you know what I'm saying? Whatever triggered that moment ain't necessarily got to be related to Chris Rock. It played out.
I believe he was probably the straw that broke the camel's back.
And that's kind of the situation I'm talking about. Shit, you know what I'm saying? So the thing is, it's like, you know, in that circle of people that's in that room and shit, for him to be talking like that, it's like everybody knows that, like I said, that man for 30 years in film. Most of those people, the Denzels, that's why you don't hear them come out and say nothing crazy about the shit, because they know that's not in that man's character. They like, oh, he had a lapse in judgment or something ain't right and shit. Yo, let's get that man some help.
Yeah. No, I get it.
That's it.
So, also I heard this one was funny. So, shout out Corey Holcomb. Listen.
Corey Holcomb's shout out
Shout out button. There you go.
Because that's another we'll talk about that.
He
went extreme.
He went extreme. It was a couple of people that went extreme. I'm not gonna say extreme, but they had opinions. But Corey Holcomb kind of like it popped out like right out. Yo, we just got here.
Got a little bit of that.
Yeah. We got a little bit of that. We're gonna hear.
Let's just start saying that. You cannot sit up front at the Oscars with a bald head, bitch, and expect nobody not to say something. It is impossible. You cannot be what, as my man Willie D said, bald head hog. Even Lou Peeper had a wig on.
Hold up, pause.
She knew better than that.
Hold up, pause there for a second. Listen. First of all, that's funny as shit. Second, yo, he does have a point. Like, yo, you.
But here you go. Here you go. That was actually tied to my original first thought about it and shit. My original first thought about it was like, damn, that man wasn't doing nothing but his job.
So,
I mean, he was basically attacked at work and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's what comics do. And shit, you know what I'm saying?
So he could have went to HR. He should have went to HR and he should have filed a report.
Here you go. The funny thing is, in that circle, in that world and shit, there is no HR for comics. There's a hit.
No. For that night, he was working for the Oscars.
No,
technically,
he
was working for the Oscars. He was working for the Oscars.
No, but what I'm saying
is that work-related injury?
Yeah, right.
Can he collect?
It's just in that world, you know.
Workman's comp, man.
You know,
what was his workman's comp be like? God damn,
that shit bruises his ego, everything.
There are comics that have built careers off of looking out in the audience and taking care of and just cracking on whatever they see in the first few rows. That you can actually see comics start off their sets by looking out in the audience and doing that. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, what he did it's not like he did anything uncommon.
So let me ask this, right? So let's say if he was up there and he was the straw that broke the camel's back,
right?
Do you think that he would have walked up there and smacked his hat off? Because that's what it was in the video. Like,
I mean, here you go. Now you asking about the character of that man. Now you saying, yo, if there was a tougher person up there, would he have done this?
It's not about tough. It's not about tough. It's not about tough.
I mean,
it's not about tough. Because I don't think.
Why would you pick Corey Holcomb? You ain't saying
no.
Ricky Gervais. Like,
they said Mike Tyson hosting the next year.
Yeah. That's what 50 said. Him and Mike Tyson.
I think no.
Here's
the funny part. I think Mike Tyson wouldn't have hit him back.
I'm gonna tell you.
I think it'd have been professional and not hitting back. I believe that. I believe that.
In 2022, yeah.
2022. Yeah, I'm not talking about like 88.
Not Iron Mike.
Like not Iron Mike.
If y'all had to check and put it on that moment, I'd have said yeah. If I had to check and if I had to check to put it on, and we was betting and put the casino on and said if he did that to any, I think he did to almost anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he would have slapped a woman. I don't think he would have slapped Wanda Sykes.
No, I think as long as it was a man, I think he probably would have attempted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because that just going back to defending someone.
Man, you in a whole different boat if you smacked though like a woman comedian, man.
It'd have been me too, you too, everybody else on that too.
I mean, he's already a misogynist for smacking a man. Shit. That's the weird shit. The weird shit was everybody's like kind of think pieces on this shit. Like, like, yo, like he displayed toxic masculinity and this is a clear case of misogyny. She didn't need defending and It's like, come on, man. It's like,
that's a little extra.
You know, get the fuck out of here.
It was a good laugh for me.
I mean, everything ain't, you know what I'm saying? Everything ain't always got to be jumbled and put in a little pocket and category and nicknamed something because you got a new ailment. You know what I'm saying?
So listen, I'm gonna switch gears for a second. So I was on my timeline, right? You know what? And we talked about this a little bit earlier, man. So, but and it's just a thought. So, you know.
Direct all comments.
The stuff that people post. Huh?
So so it's just so. So
you gonna be outing people and shit.
No, I'm not outing nobody. I'm not outing nobody. So you ever see a person on your timeline, right? Or like people like you put on it's on your timeline that you dealt with in the past. Yeah, you see them on your timeline, right? But they were a different person, right? Like. All right, so let me just cut to the chase, right? So let's just say if you were dating a person, right? And I'm not outing nobody on my timeline. I was just saying, what if I kind of fucked it up earlier though, because I did say
if the
my
hat,
timeline,
if
right?
the hat works.
No. So
if it fits.
No, I'm just saying, like, so what I see on my timeline was you know how you just see people over time, you dated them, and like let's say if they were whores, like you know it was whores, they was just like whatever, and then all of a sudden, right?
Or you caught them in the whole face.
Yep,
it could have been the case too. But
let's just what happens is and it could go both ways it could go for men and women, right? So you see the person later on in like a couple of years later, you know, now. They got this new person, and the new person is all excited because it's just, you know, it's this, you know, oh my God, it's, you know, I found the person.
I'm in love.
Yeah, they're in love, right? But then you know that this person,
you know her secret.
He or she was a whore.
You know,
like you know the CarFax on the person.
You know he
like a class A whore.
Yeah, like you know where all the bodies is. You know,
long CarFax.
Yeah, long CarFax, right? But you see the other person on there, right? And you see like for example,
they
like
happy.
Yeah, this boy's happy. He's kissing her.
And
you're saying to yourself.
P-Folks a hater.
I'm not a hater. No, I'm not a hater, man. Like you know, listen, man. Look. I get it. Look, I'm. Somebody might be saying that about me right now. Like somebody might. Somebody might be saying, what the fuck is he? Who?
What if somebody was saying that about you?
Yeah, it might be, man. It might be, man. It's like, it might be, man. I'm just saying. Man.
New York with who?
What? Yeah, so
the cripple.
Yeah. Like, oh my God, like, how did you ever deal with him? Like, what? Yeah, so somebody might say that about me, man, but But we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about, you know, like you might see a person, it's like, do you feel happy for them? Do you say, do you feel sad for the person that, you know, new person that you see them with, you say, and you say, man, you don't even know what you're getting yourself into,
now
man.
that we found love, what are we
it's just me. It's just me.
With it.
No, it's just me. No, okay.
It happens, I guess.
And this is my look. 'Cause again, somebody could be saying that about me. I got a woman now, man. I'm cleaned up. Look, so I'm cleaned all the fuck up. Like, yeah, I am, man. But you know,
you're a piece of shit.
They might have accepted each
somebody
other
might
for
be sitting around
themselves.
talking about, yeah, he's a piece of shit.
They looking at the video like, yeah,
Oh, man.
They don't even give me the like. They just cruise by. It's just, yeah. So
I'm glad I don't have that reputation.
no. Oh, so it's just me.
It's just you.
I'm the only one in the room that feels like that. Like I'm the only one. Comment down below. Yes. What? Oh my God. Listen. I'm a victim. Listen, and again, I'm just curious, like, you know. So y'all never feel like that. Y'all never seen a person you be like, yo.
I mean, I laugh at my timeline.
Bo don't even know he got a mangle.
I crack jokes every day.
You know what's funny? I don't go backwards like that, yo.
What?
Like, if I've disconnected with a motherfucker, I've disconnected with him. So
you've never seen him like years later or something like that, or
I might see him in the streets or something like that. But I don't necessarily. I mean, like, I don't really be going like, I'm not a backwards. I'm a forward thinker.
Yeah. You
on to the next.
All right, okay.
I mean, I've seen it. I mean, I see it on my timeline all the time. I'll be like, oh, she messed with. Oh,
okay.
But I be thinking of everything that I know, which makes it even pure comedy.
Yeah, right.
You know,
No, but I've
like she nasty all the way around, like nasty house.
I've definitely seen him in the street though.
Nasty in the bedroom, everything, just nasty, just. What? Oh man, they know about my woman. They give me the CarFax on my woman.
When I was in college, I used to damn pussy up, boy.
Keith, she gonna get me sleeping on the fucking couch. Listen, now you know what I mean. I'm gonna hear this shit, dog. But you know what, though? I respect that, though, because it's unscripted. I respect that. All right, there. So if a nigga decided to go down there, right, and put the CarFax on my woman, right? If that happens, man, hey, there's nothing I can do. Yeah, I mean, but it's my woman though. What do you mean don't go backwards? What leave her? What'd you say? Like, I go. So what you telling me is I should go home once I find out and be like, listen, bitch. This boy just hit me talking about, you know, you did this, you didn't tell me about this. That's what you're telling me? No. Like if I found out, if I found out something that I didn't know about my woman, and I go, and Bo go, yeah, so listen, I'm gonna tell you what she really like.
After somebody see the video, here goes scenario. After somebody see the video, right?
Okay.
Somebody drop a video in your inbox.
Drop a video in my inbox of my woman.
I mean, you know that happens.
Of my woman. Saying, listen.
No. I ain't gonna get your trouble like that.
So you tell her.
She was like, let me see it.
Because he know my woman. So at the end of the day, he's gonna have to deal with this too. So I hear it. So
that's why I said we ain't gonna do this. Yo, listen. Yo. All right, I know I squashed this shit. You ever seen that game that you play with the couples and shit? It's like
the commercial, John.
Or no, it's a game that you play with your couple. It's like you might be in a room with your spouse and they might ask a question like that, like you might like how many bars you got or some shit like that. But you ask these questions to like it's like relationship.
I saw they be sitting across from each other in the joint.
Yeah, that sounds like that could really crush your relationship.
Yeah, like
but you got to be willing to. Yeah, be like we don't care. It is all in front.
Put it on the table. And shit.
You know what though? I'll say this right because none of you niggas is gonna get me to fucking trouble, right? so no. number one, I don't believe that nobody can be able to drop something in the inbox to tell me something different of my woman. Right. I'll say that. Right. You know, I'm very confident of that. Now, if there was a flip side to that coin, I don't know if, you know what I mean, if because I feel like this is how I feel.
It's a conversation.
It's gonna be a conversation. So I got mama just drop this right now. So I just feel like
conversation in my house.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a conversation.
So no, what I feel like is if, you know, on CarFaxes, right? You should know what you need to know.
The whole facts.
Yeah, like you just need to know, and everybody, guys and gals, you just need to know what you know. That's it. Like opening up old wounds and old stories, like, you know what I mean? Because I look at it like this, right? I got a bunch of fucking stories, bunch of shit too, man. There's a bunch of bitches out there, right? Probably out there saying he is a piece of shit because he did this, and this. You know what I mean? But what's the point of opening all that up? I'll tell you about most of it, you know what I mean? Like, you know, to give you a general idea of what I was like.
But see, you know what? But like, dudes can't take that shit though. Dudes can't do like dude like no like just socially and shit, like it as a, you know, just I guess this was part of a toxic masculinity and shit, like masculinity is and shit, that it's like as a man, it's like that's part of your shit, like that's part, like having a CarFax, having a resume is part of your shit. For women, that's not necessarily the truth and shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's like you'll be more willing to talk about your escapades. Yo, babe, one time I had such and such. If your girl said, if your girl said
she had like
one night I had 4 dicks up in there. I was a merry-go-round.
It was a wild night. Me and my girl got it popping. It was about 6 niggas. It was to the sun up. I don't know. No. I will say this, right. The guy that I am, right. Most likely, the person that I'm with, I've kind of figured out generally what they're into. So if I realize, in other words, if I realize like through just general conversation, that bitch ain't gotta tell me she had like 6 dicks in her. You can tell through the conversation and kind of shit that she liked. You'd be like, oh, okay, bitch, you was wild prior to me. Right. All right. So at this point, my expectations and my bar of oh my God is way up there. She's got a lot to fill. I'm not worried about that. It's the one that, like, if she trick me or just like
gotcha,
gotcha, bitch. Like it's like or a nigga, like, because a nigga can fake you the fuck out too. A nigga can fake you the fuck out.
So you'll rather how you hold them accountable? You'll rather
hold who? Oh, how would I hold a woman accountable?
Yeah, do you rather
for they past
in the beginning?
I mean, but all right. So let's say if let's say if the woman, right?
You don't really want to hear. Nobody wants to hear it later on.
No.
I would
now let's say later on. Let's just say and because you probably can't hear Keith and it's probably gonna just be on him. We'll be like, huh? What? Yeah. So the question that was posed, like, let's say I'm assuming you're saying, what if we find out later in the relationship that at one time she was a whore, right? But she never told you that. At that point, I'm only measuring what went on from the time that I got into the game and on.
Yeah, that's all you can do anyway.
Yeah.
That's all you can do anyway.
Bitch, you was a freak. I get it.
That's what she do. That's what she doing for you.
Yeah.
So how would a boy say the person you seen on the timeline?
Mm-hmm. No, I feel sorry for the bull because I don't know if the bull knows.
If he knows,
like, I don't know. Like, he might not be kissing her if the bull knew what the bra was into. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And again, it's not nobody. Please do not attack my timeline. I'm not talking about nobody in particular. I'm just saying in general, But if I did find my woman out, We still ride.
Good
Nah.
dude, yo. You're a good dude. You're a good piece of shit.
You would leave your woman if you found out something later? Like
No.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I
It depends on the level.
See, Nard got different levels. You
I
know
got
what I mean? Like,
options.
see, Nard, yeah, that's because you got bitches. Yeah, I'm not in that category no more. I'm telling y'all that right now. See, I'm not getting in trouble.
My shit, don't put me in nothing dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, don't just have no sick shit when motherfucker coming thinking, you know, they do some crazy shit to me, because that's the wild shit.
Yeah. So
Welcome to me say something.
So other than that, make sure you guys subscribe. I think that's about it, man. Do we have anything else we want to talk about? I think so. I don't know.
We can keep it tight.
We keep it, yeah. Make sure y'all subscribe. I think we're done. Spawn, Nard.
Oh, never mind.
What you thought of?
I'm gonna tell my Allen Iverson story.
Talk to us, man. Come on, man. You keep teasing the world with this story, man.
I keep teasing the world.
Elbow did. Every time he said, he look over the elbow like, you.
I gotta clear it with the water. Shit.
Come on, man.
It ain't even that wild though. Can I tell it?
Tell the story, man.
I'm gonna tell
yeah,
it.
there you go. All right, how about
I don't even
this?
not think about it because it's Allen
The
Iverson
views,
jerseys.
listen, the views and
it's family. It's family. I'm respecting family here.
So what we'll do is we'll put out the disclaimer: the views and comments that we make on here does not reflect on Tan management.
Nah, man.
And if this is too out of
I
pocket,
really just kind of want to tell. This is a good story. I actually want to tell him because it's a good story. I just want to actually tell him because it's a really good story, though. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we'll tell the world.
Here you go.
Man.
So I'm gonna tell the story.
And if you just hear static while his mouth is moving, then something technical happens.
Yeah, there you
go. So you know he used to cut at the studio, right? So one night I'm in the studio, right? It's like might have been. I think it was like a New Year's Day or Christmas Day. It's late, like evening time, and called like he was messing with a rapper named Ty Gracie at the time.
Shout out Ty.
He had a rapper named Shout out Ty Gracie and shit.
Shout out, right?
Good folks and shit. And they was coming in like, we bringing coming with Ty Gracie coming to the studio and shit. It's like, all right, bet. And I was the only person there, so I ended up having to deal with the session and shit. You know what I'm saying? So they come in, Ty, Iverson, homies, and it was one dude in the crew they used to call the A&R. You know what I'm saying? But he was always like, every time they used the studio and shit, he would always be drunk and shit. He's like those bad drunks and shit, the motherfuckers that be like,
I
just
know who you talking
over
about.
the top and shit.
Yeah,
you
he
know
was
what I'm saying?
over the top.
Just
He was my
always over
guy
the
though. The
top.
funny part about it, he was my guy.
He was good dude
He was
and
a
shit.
funny drunk.
Yeah, you know what I'm
That's what
saying?
he
But
was.
sometimes he just, push it to the limit and shit, you know what I'm saying? So, and this night and shit, like he was just extra this night and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, he even got, normally, me, I don't really fucking, let motherfuckers get on my nerves, but he fucking got on my nerves that night and shit, you know what I'm saying? So I chill and shit, so. Long story short, fucking, he's in there talking, he's in the studio talking, he's moving his hands and shit, and while he's talking and shit, talking to somebody and shit, drunk and shit. And Alan walk in the room and shit, and he poke him in the eye while he moving his hands and shit. You know what I'm saying? So Alan fall back and shit, grab his eye and shit, you know what I'm saying? And he come back, he got a cut on his eye and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, he like bleeding and shit a little bit. Like, it was just a little gas though, but he was like, because he was talking, and boy, break stride with the conversation. He's still moving his hands, talking. He's still at the joint and shit. You know what I'm saying? I think Alan fucking walked up behind him and shit, and put that motherfucker to sleep. So now they bouncing between the console and the island and shit. He got him in the yoke and shit. He goes to the corner and grabbed the trash can off the floor, and he put the trash can on the drop him in the middle of the floor, put him cold to sleep in the middle of the floor and shit. Right? Put him cold to sleep shit. And then he kicked his ass, get up. And then he picked him up by his waist, like his belt and shit. He picked him up and carried him out into the hallway.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying?
He gave him the answer.
Oh, my God. So, like, a couple seconds later, the dude jumped back up, come back in the room and shit, and they grab him, pull him out the room and shit. But he ends up...
Yo. Like WWF.
Oh, it was so funny, man. It's so funny. And it was something like, and the funny thing is, here's the funny thing though. The funny thing is I said, I forgot. I think that was Ty. I was talking to Ty and shit, and I was like, "Yeah, man." After we all went down, like I said, I was kind of having words with him early in the night because he's getting on my fucking nerves and shit. So I say to the boy, I said, Ty, I said, and you know, it's funny. Me and we both Geminis and shit. So fucking Alan and me, birthdays like 4 days apart and shit. And I was like, you know what? I understand him and shit because that's something that I would do and shit. I'd put him motherfucker to sleep. That's my shit and shit. I do that shit too. Nigga Ty said, he said, man, he do that shit to him all the time, man.
That's what he's around for. That's what he's here for. But
that's the story, though. That's the story, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I mean? It wasn't that crazy and shit, I mean, but, you know, I just wanted to fucking tell
Shout out
story,
AI. Man.
Shout out AI, bro.
Those are fun times. I had a couple of sessions with Gracie and AI. Yep.
Yeah, man, that shit was good times, man. That shit. I saw him at the Bel Air premiere, and I told him that you know I still got access to the fucking reels and shit.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I still got access to the reels and shit. All the reels that they fucking cut are still over there at that fucking Milk Boy.
Do I still have that? I don't know. That's another conversation. Anyway, yo, make sure you subscribe, unscripted.com, or wait a minute, unscriptedrx.com.
Yeah,
right,
Nard? Right, before you get it wrong.
Yeah, there you go.
That's exactly what it is.
Make sure y'all jump on, make sure y'all subscribe to our IG page, Facebook, and definitely YouTube, right?
Yeah.
All right.
UnScriptedRx.
Yep. Yo, we're out of here. Nard, Spawn, Focus Films, 10 Entertainment. It's about that time. Yo, we're out of here, man. We're done.